Welcome to Just Minding My Business Media. I'm so happy that you are here with us today. And boy, do I have a treat for you. George Otel has helped 400 plus businesses secure the best funding and has also participated in more than 15 business sale transactions, assisting owners and ensuring a smooth process. I love that. Over the years, he has built strong relationships with hundreds of funding sources, enabling him to support a wide range of financing needs for small businesses. Wow. Well, welcome, George. I'm so happy to have you here today. We always like to talk about money.
Yes, thank you, Ida. Thank you for having me. It's always interesting to find out that every business is different and every situation is different than it was a month ago or a couple of weeks ago. And thank you for creating this value teaching learnings for business owners.
Absolutely. And in today's world, finances has become even more important. So, George, let me ask you, how did you find yourself in the business finance business?
So I own a couple small businesses over the years, and I stuck in this chapter of how to get money, how to raise money, how to buy equipment, how to buy buildings and stuff like that. And I started working with someone, and I asked him, "Hey, I'm willing to bring clients if you're willing to teach me." So we started from there with small loans, equipment financing, business loan, SBA loans, and now it's U.S. Business Funding is my company for 7 years now. We have equipment department, SBA, commercial real estate finance, and helping business owners get the best options for their business when it comes to financing.
Wow. That's good. It's always good to meet people that started from the trenches
Yep.
because they have the most bruises, I should say, and those bruises create knowledge. So thank you. So CRE, let's talk a little bit about that. What is CRE and why did you decide to expand into that type of finance?
Yeah, CRE is commercial finance. It's commercial real estate, basically.
Uh,
Uh, so when business owner comes to me, I look at from the perspective as a business owner and from the perspective as a lender and as an investor in multiple businesses as well. I do, as I mentioned earlier, U.S. business funding. We help with the, let's say, line of credit, working capital. I have a lot of requests for loans from government because they confusing, and a lot of lenders they 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 structure in a way that is hard for a business owner to understand them. So that's my position, my job, to making sure the lenders gets what they need and the small business owners get less frustration and actually close on those loans, because a lot of them they don't close because it's tough to understand what's the requirements.
yes.
And basically equipment financing, SBA loans, they go. I have two other partners that we work together, basically making the department of equipment finance, small business loan, SBA loans with working capital. And my focus it's on commercial real estate. So when it comes to commercial real estate, a lot of small business owners, they don't realize that. I have one recently. He was paying rent for 7 years. So basically, gonna give you rough numbers. He was paying almost $10,000 for lease every month for the business property space, and we were able to secure the building that they were looking for with a low down payment. You don't need a lot of money. Sometimes it's 10%, sometimes even 5%. And we have options for 100% if you say, let's say you lease it for over 12 months. It's
Mhm.
a government program that helps business owners to get access to build wealth, because all the payments you make for the rent, they just
Yeah,
go away. But
absolutely.
buying the building, it's you building wealth, because you can deduct that. Basically, the property is gonna improve over the years, which is we have a track record of hundreds of years, and you build an equity. I mean, every payment you're getting a small piece. You can improve it, or it's that's how you build it up. I mean, I tell my clients, commercial real estate is your retirement. It's like you want to get out of the business, sell the business, but you're gonna have the real estate. So you just put one tenant, and it's gonna pay you 10 grand a year, at 10 grand a month, and let's say you own it almost free and clear, or you have a big chunk of money coming to you
Yeah,
just by doing the right thing.
yes, yes, indeed. So let me ask you, when you work with a client, can you take us through the process when a company contacts you? What does that look like?
Yeah, so they contact me, and I ask them what is the goal, what are they trying to accomplish. Either they want equipment financing, or they want a line of credit. Because sometimes they say, let's say, they want to buy a piece of equipment and they think they need cash loan. Because basically, when you get cash loan, working capital is more expensive. And I'm explaining them, look, I have lenders that they can basically give you a loan with a lower interest, using the equipment as collateral. So it's more flexible for you, lower payments, and it's much better. And if you want, I can get you a line of credit, which is like you're gonna use it only when you need it. So he come with one problem, I solved two of them. So
Yeah,
it's much easier to understand. So I kind of take like 10-15 minutes to understand how the business structure, how it works, what is the focus. I participate in multiple business sales, and I know what it takes to do the business right, to have systems in place to optimize it right. Because a lot of times, to make more money, you don't need to do more things. You just need to sell more things, or to upgrade things and to provide more value. Because it's you, you may your clients may need that service, and you're not offering it, and you may be able to offer, but you don't take time to study. As I mentioned, I take time to study what is actually the problem, the trouble for my client, and I'm trying to solve whatever they need right now. And I explain, hey, look, if willing to do, you want to do this, I'm kind of like painting the big picture, so they have a better understanding for the future. I tell them, hey, make sure you don't do this, make sure you do that, adjust your score. I tell them, look for the money when you don't need it, because when you need it, you either don't get it, or they are too expensive, or you don't have enough time to get it. So you don't want to position yourself in a uh, unpleasant situation.
absolutely, absolutely. So if companies want to work with you, how do they reach out to you?
They can reach out to me on LinkedIn. It's George Otel LinkedIn. Also on my website, it's usbusinessfunding.net or usbizfunding.net. Also, we helped a lot of transportation company, trucking company. We have another website. It's trucking finance loans for specific for transportation, which is one of my prior focus. So yeah, anything from, I told them, from buying your first truck to buying your terminal, I'm here for you, to guide you, to assist you.
Yes, yes. So that was going to be my next question. What types of companies you service?
So we service basically all of the companies, but we try to focus on the one that we have more experience. So transportation, logistics. We have a lot of restaurant, construction companies, cleaning companies, roofing companies, flooring, commercial. We operate nationwide. We have multiple lenders willing to do. I'm part of the American Association of Commercial Finance Lenders, commercial finance brokers. Sorry, and whatever is going on in the market, I have access to, and I have a couple other partners. If I'm not able to do it, then they may be able to do it. Then if they're not able to do it, then maybe you need to fix something, because it's obviously we want to help, but it's all depend on you as well.
Yes, yes, yes. So let's talk about starting a business and needing your service. What does that look like?
So when somebody's, I call it like you need money all the time. You need money to start a business. So for starting a business, usually they clients, business owners, they use more of the personal side. So one of my partners, they do those credit cards with zero interest, which you can get like 150 grand with zero interest to kind of start your business. Then after that, we have like a year or 2 year plus. Then we have access to multiple things. We have access to equipment, to government loans, which are more affordable and actually helping. I have a lot of companies that were like in trouble during the turbulence. Using the government loans was like really delightful. It's like they wouldn't believe that's possible. Yeah, it's when usually when people they go on their own, it's much harder because it's confusing for them, and the banks they don't talk the business owner language, they talk the finance language, which is confusing for them. But we make it easier. We a lot of things we do for them. We tell them what to do, and we prepare it that banks just make the decision. They don't have to do a lot of things that usually do. So it's much easier. They love my clients, my files, and everything. And the process, let's say, usually if you go to for to a bank, they give you like 5 7 business days and pre-approval, pre-qualification. I can get it done in 2 days, maybe one day. So that's
That's
so
amazing.
I was mentioning you need money to start a business, you need money to stay in business, you need money to grow the business, and you need money to buy a business because you can buy basically government offering financing to buy a business, any business with 10% down payment, or let's say I tell a lot of clients, if you want to buy a business, you can ask for the seller, hey, I'm willing to buy it for the right price, but you gotta show me that you're serious and you trust your business. So you just 10%. The seller is coming with 10%. So you just take the loan in order to buy the business, which is it's amazing.
Yes, yeah, yes, indeed. So let's talk a little bit about education. Like you mentioned before, most of the time when people, business owners are presented with applications and things like that to fill out, it's mumbo jumbo.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
90% of it is like, what the heck are they talking about? So, as you're going through the process, do you educate on the terminology, what it means, and things like that?
Oh yes, yes. Because if they don't know, uh, they, they ask me, and I explain how it works, so it's much easier for them. And it's a lot of situation after 10 15 minutes just having the first conversation, they kind of like feel relieved. They have like a better understanding because I make it look way simpler because it's simpler, but we as humans we see things, as like based on our experience and knowledge. So I make it much simpler so they better understand how it works. It's not that complicated, and at the same time, I hold them by hand. We're gonna walk together. It's a little bit dark, but we're gonna go through, and at the end is like couple weeks. You're gonna get the bag, and your business is gonna be much better. I told them, hey, I want you to succeed because, like, my name is on these loans, and I want to make sure you're gonna be successful. And I'm trying to kind of give them guidance, what to do and what not to do with the loan and after the loan. So it's
Yes, absolutely. Because I think that's the most critical piece in the financing industry is to, you have to make people feel comfortable with you first, and then they'll feel comfortable with the process. And, some people, it's like they don't make you feel that way. And I think that's one of the most important pieces of the puzzle is how I relate to you first.
yes, I'm trying to take time to understand the business because at the end of the day, I'm not trying to sell. In the last 3 years, based on my experience, is like I'm not trying to sell anything, and I have enough clients that are willing to look. I'm willing. I want to help you if you want me to help you. Otherwise, so I take time to study to understand, and right on the spot, I tell them different scenarios. Hey, you can do this. What about this? I ask them the questions that they never nobody asked them those questions. So it's much different. And then I don't expect them to do something with me at the same time. So I have a couple situation clients spoke with me, then they didn't do anything for a month or two, but they sent his friends because like, hey, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna do whatever I need to do. But he sent his friends because hey, George made me understand. So that's the value because like I have people calling me like, "Hey, what would you do in this situation?" And like, it takes me like 3 minutes to listen to them and to tell them something, and you never know. Look, I tell them I'm happy to help you because I was in your situation and somebody helped me. So it's
Yeah.
like serving. Basically, I enjoy like, okay, I will do this in this situation. I'll do that in that situation, and I tell them, hey, if I were in your situation, I'll do this. But I don't tell them you have to do this because my risk appetite is different than yours, and maybe you don't want to make the bigger of impact or whatever. So I'm kind of like running scenarios. I tell them, hey, I don't want you to be influenced by my opinion, but I wanted to consider because like it's that what I will do. And sometimes I tell them, look, this is the reality. You gotta face it. This is, I mean, you're looking for something in the market, but the market is not offering. Like especially right now. I mean, we used to do some of the loans that we had with government. We were doing 10, 15, sometimes 20 a month. Now because they tighten and like not everybody's qualified. It was 2 years ago was like 680 credit score. Now it's gonna be 720. Sometimes it's hard to qualify, and I tell them, hey, I mean, the options are limited. So that's why I told them you gotta look for the money when you don't need it, because when you need it, it's hard to get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, because the rules change,
Yep, yep, yep.
and you might.
Every week.
Yes, yes, everything is changing like right before our eyes right now. And we like, what?
Yes, but at the same time, opportunity comes because, like,
Yeah.
it's like, this didn't happen, then boom, like new money coming, new ideas, new flow. It's like, uh, I asked my question, like, I was talking with with one of my partners. Look, transaction gonna happen. The question: are you gonna be part of those transactions? Are you gonna help those people? Are you whatever you do? You manufacturing? What they gonna do? Like with all these tariffs going on? Yeah, it's gonna be bad until we adjust. Once you adjust, it may be much better. Because I mean, much more people in the short term. Short term is gonna be maybe turbulence, a little bit spicy, but over the long run, is gonna be much better. So it's
Yeah, yeah,
always we always gotta think in the long term because short term is just distraction.
yes. I have to agree with you. And no matter what, opportunities are always created out of a mess.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Everything.
Always created out of a mess because people are flexible. They look at the situation, it looks pretty bad. But at the same time, they look at the positive side of the situation and look at how they can uh, make it more valuable for sure.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. And it's a lot of important has the mindset because like we all in this situation, right? Like COVID, all this, and like, but a lot of people made a lot of money, millions, like, I mean, like, they
Yes.
see because like, look, you can spend time during your day. My goal is like to do my best. I'm asking, hey, when I feel down or something, I'm doing my best. No, okay, let me do another call. Let me do another. Like you gotta do small steps until so eventually it's gonna happen. I tell the clients, hey, whatever you feel, you see like the end, everything is blowing up. It's not that bad. So I tell them, hey, in the worst case scenario, there still is two, three scenarios, and they're like, wow, because like yeah, when you see the wall, you don't see the other things outside. So I told them, hey, make sure you look for the money because when you have, let's say you have a lot of problems, but when the biggest problems is the money, you see only the money problem. So it's like it's a mental thing. So
Mhm.
remove that and fix the problems in the business. And a lot of times it's not that bad as the business owners see it because you know it's emotional. It's your baby. It's your like your proud, your pride, and a lot of times your ego. I mean, it's like you're building this is your ego now. You don't, you know, like times change, and like it was easy for so many years that everybody expects to be easy. No, but it's getting hard. But you have the, you know, capacity to go over it. Just gotta be in the light alignment. I told them right now, if you don't lose, you're winning. Because I mean, it's hard to make money, to make a lot of money, but like if you're holding, eventually when the growth trend is gonna happen, you're gonna get on your game again. But the goal right now, to not lose. Just don't lose money in the business. Just okay, break even, make a little bit, just hold because it's gonna happen. It's, you know, it's so that's the idea. Sometimes you make money, but make sure you don't lose money. So I mean, you're not gonna make it, but like you don't lose it, so it's good.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Make sure
Definitely.
you're gonna play another day.
Yeah. I agree with you wholeheartedly. So tell me, what was the fastest funding deal in the CRE division of your company that you?
Yes, yes. Recently, we had one commercial property. It was a business owner. It's actually a friend of mine. They were looking to buy their commercial property, and he's I call it like A plus. It's like everything is done. Is everything is in order, and he was expect. It was like right before the new year, so he was expecting it to close after the new year. And as we both know, you want to close it before New Year because it's much easier. So he had some question, and I had to go to ask the bank, hey, how this thing's gonna work out, basically interest and all this, you know, like you got approved, you want to do the loan, and like I have a couple questions. So okay, so I got him with the bank. So they were talking, and all of a sudden, I asked the bank, "Hey, can we do magic?" And yeah, we were able to close in 30 days. So
Wow.
basically, at the closing table, the lawyers from the seller side, they were say, George, I've been doing this for 30 years, and I never seen something close that fast. Like, yeah, they nobody expected to be this fast because it's fast. It's like, and even in the bank history, is like that was the fastest loan, like 30 days exactly. It's couple weeks, 30 days. Usually takes. I closed one recently. It took 8 months. So that was 30 days versus 8 months.
So what was the difference with this one? And because it sounds like every T was crossed and every I was dotted.
Yeah, most it's consisted of three parts. The client, as I mentioned, the client, everything is lined up because, like, look, I mean, I understand sometimes as business owners, a little bit things are a little bit messy. So, like, the client was ready, everything was lined up. You know, like a lot of discipline in the business and in life. Then we got the right lender to understand, to do the structure and my relationship with the lender, because usually as a business owner you go to the bank, and if there is no relationship, you're stranger, right? So they just give some whoever is available in the queue to serve you. Sometimes could be somebody that just started like 2 weeks ago, and you know they look, they do their best. That doesn't mean they don't know what to do, but it takes slower. It's like more back and forth. When I go to the banks, I talk with the vice president, or I talk with its partner in the bank. So it's like with the decision maker on the spot. So it's that's that's the second thing. And the third thing, my experience, our experience as a whole for over 7 years, to understand, to break it down, to make sure, because like I'm willing to take the deals that I'm gonna win. You know, like as a lawyer, like I'm gonna take the cases, I'm gonna take the deals that I'm gonna fund. Because like, look, looking at the deal is like hard to know if I'm gonna do it. Then I call the bank, we run through all these scenarios, then yes or no, and then I tell the client couple days, yes, you have to do this, or no, you have to do this to make it yes. So that's kind of the idea. This is a teamwork. It's not like you're not, nobody does you see all this building in downtown or whatever. It's a guy that has a team of people, has the right broker, the finance, the bank, that has like the right lawyer and everything that make it happen. Because everybody is gotta be a point. You're gonna be with the ball and you have to run. You know, like I mean, everybody's running and then we close. Basically, we score. Because look, I mean, if you and me were in the same team, sometimes you gotta be focusing, you gotta be doing everything, and like couple inches on your back, somebody's gonna attack you because
Yes, for sure, for
it's
sure.
it's business. Business is tough. It's not for the weak. It's.
No, it's not.
I have so many stories that like I can do like two books just on the stories. Like,
Oh, I'm sure. And speaking of books, is that in the stars?
maybe I have some. Yeah. So the idea is like I want to make sure this is like it's hard because like I a lot of people like successful 20, 30 years they took them a year or two to do their book. So for me it's like yeah, most likely yes, but not in the near future.
I'm sure one day you will, because the longer you stay in business, the more things you see. And some stuff is like, what? And then other stuff is like, yes, So, hey, you'll definitely get there. So, George, again, how do people connect with you?
Yes, you can find me on LinkedIn, George Otel, or on my website, usbusinessfunding.net, and checking finance loans. And also, you can call, text me 414-475-7757. Better to text me because a lot of times it's busy getting all these lines, but I'm available if you serious.
Yes. And the name of your company again?
US Business Funding. It's
Okay.
US Business Funding.
Okay. Well, George, this has been a pleasure and an honor. And I appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to share with our audience, and definitely looking forward to more conversations with you.
Great. Appreciate it for as I mentioned for your time, for the questions, and it's a pleasant conversation, and I'm sure your listeners gonna get a lot of value, and keep pushing, keep going, keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. Yes, indeed.